This is the first LEGO review of 2025, at least a new set, and it's set number 76453, the LEGO Harry Potter Malfoy Manor that released on New Year's Day, 1601 pieces with 9 minifigures, 10 if you include the little plastic Nagini snake, which I probably won't be for the sake of this review. You may have already seen this short video on my social channels, which is the new instruction manual cover, which I have never seen before, and I'm assuming it's a new thing for the new year, reducing more the environmental side of things for Lego. The cardboard replaced here with paper. It actually looks really nice. Didn't really change the experience too much for me, but I did like it. Found it very fascinating. I'm sure this is the way we're going to go moving forward. And as you can see, there is a very small sticker sheet that you get with this set, and 13 numbered bags. And what we're going to do today is we're going to have a little look at the minifigures whilst we do the time lapse of the build. So you can see the time lapse on the left hand side, and on the first slide there you can see Dobby, who looks really good. I really like his little boot elements there as well. And you've also got that little Nagini in there as well. Nothing to write home about. I wish they'd made it a little bit bigger. Harry is, however, one of my pickouts, and he's got the golden snitch, which I really like. And this second face is absolutely fantastic. I think they've done a fantastic job of making him look disfigured, and not a whole lot to write home about with Hermione. Nothing particularly new. It is a new outfit, but nothing particularly new to write home about. Luna, on the other hand, has some fantastic new hair. And speaking of golden locks, you've got Lucius there on the right hand side, the first of the Malfoys. Looks pretty good. Not the same Lucius as the one from the Borgin and Burke's gift with purchase with the Burrow back in September last year. You've got Draco as well with that snarling face, seems more appropriate. And I really love this Helen McCroy Narcissi sissy figure. I think it looks fantastic. They've honoured her really well with that figure. Bellatrix is probably, however, the pick out. Fantastic hairpiece, just got the sword. Let's have a little look at all the figures together. So 9 minifigures in total in this set, and I think they've done a fantastic job with all of them. I can't really pick out too many faults in any of these minifigures. Luna's hair is a little bit different, not entirely sure, but I do like the fact we've got a different version of Luna. It does look great. That Helen McCoy figure on the end, I think, looks really nice. The colouring they put inside of that hairpiece looks really good. Bellatrix for me still a pick out, with the sword there. There is one or two figures that I would like to see in this lineup, or maybe an expansion of this lineup, and I'll get onto that as we go through the build. And here is the manor. Let's take a little bit more of a close look at it. Got the gating area at the front. It's got gargoyles on the very top there and some palisade bricks, which I've got a few more of, so I'm looking to expand this set over the coming weeks, so stay tuned for that. I like the fact of how they have done the bird pieces. You can see on the right hand side of screen there, really nice clever use of pieces to create that effect. I will be looking, as I've just said, to put together some expansion of the outer area of the gating for this set over the next couple of weeks. Tons of window pieces in this particular set, and that is not a printed tile for Malfoy Manor, that is a sticker on the very front there. Really nice use of statue pieces to create that Lucius-esque figure on the left hand side of screen. Nice fountain piece, some good use of the snake pieces there as well. A nice mixture of palisade there. There is absolutely no masonry bricks used in this particular build, just palisade, which I think is quite appropriate. It's quite regal looking, and a lot of snot building technique used with those one by one bricks. You can see the sand green tiles are attached to the side of them, and they rotate sort of outward and inward, which I think looks really nice. Love the way the color has been done on this. Expecting it to potentially be darker, but I do think it looks pretty good. Let's take a little look at the inside of this Playscale set, starting with that chandelier that I got so excited about last year, and the potential to have a bit of fun with Dobby on it. However, as you can see, he is wedged into it. There isn't really a natural place for him to hang from it. You can, of course, remove one of the candles from it to attach him, but realistically, he needs to be more up here to unscrew it. which can be done by just pulling this pin out, which I think is a really nice play feature. Probably not one that I'll be using a whole lot. Now we've got that back in, let me show you around the building, starting with this table. Obviously in an ideal world you'd want more chairs around that table to help recreate that opening scene from the Deathly Hallows. I do think it is really nicely done. It fits in, it comes out much like the table in the new Great Hall set. It sort of just plops itself right in there. You can take it out to, of course, recreate the fight scene at the end of part one. But I've aligned up my figures in there with Voldemort, of course, at the head of the table, and Bellatrix in next to him, sucking up to him, and you've got the Malfoys next to him as well there as well. So I think that is probably the way that it will be kept whilst it is on display. As you move down through the building, you can see the staircases that also lead to the dungeon area, and the staircases have got that Slytherin green plate on top of them. Looks really nice. You can rotate them in and out to help with playability and displayability, which is probably what it will be used for. With me, you can tuck them in, and it does save you a little bit of space, and I know that many of us Lego collectors are more concerned about space necessarily than playability. As you come down to the left hand side of the build, you've got the dungeon area, which I'm sure is supposed to be the area by which you can put Luna and Dobby in. I've also picked my Ollivander out. I'm probably not going to put him in there because I think he needs to look far more dishevelled to be in that scene, and I do wish we would get an expansion pack by which we could get a dishevelled looking Ollivander to go in that area. I will, however, leave Luna in there for now, and as we go up one room, it's a Draco bedroom by the looks of things. It's a Slytherin bedsheet. The man is mad about Slytherin. As you move further up, you can see Lucius in the very top room there in a black regal chair, and there is a bat feature in the very back of the tower piece there. And I do wish that this was a modular and it could be enclosed. I think it would be fantastic. I'm not really willing to buy a second set just to enclose the build. As we move over to the right hand side of the build, you can see a piano style piece there, and there is a very similar looking bathroom to the one we found in the Burrow when we built that back in September. Clever use of toilet roll piece, clever use of bowl there for the toilet. And as you move further down to the right hand side, let me swing the stairs out of the way, you can see there is a kitchen style area and some fun pieces in there, including that red lobster you can probably see at the very side of screen. Nice area to create a store, very similar to what they did in the Burrow, slightly more regal looking, and one of the rare stickers that you'll find in this set on the left hand side of the build there. As you move back across, you can see the door area, and I do wish the doors were slightly more regal. You can also see two of the other stickers in that shot, which is on the left and right hand side of screen. I do wish that, like the Great Hall set, that we would get an expansion pack for this with maybe Ollivander, with maybe Ron, with maybe some of the Snatchers. I think that that would be a really nice way to do this set. I do think this scene looks particularly good, particularly with those two portraits up top there, and this is probably how I'm going to display the set moving forward. We've got Dobby and Luna in the very bottom there. Overall, I think this is one of the very best Harry Potter sets we've had so far, certainly this year, but maybe over the last year or two. It's long overdue. Yes, it could do with a few extra bits in there, some minifigures, and I plan personally to expand it. I would have loved it to have been modular, but I will be looking to expand it over the coming days, and you can see that on the channel. We're going to get some gating area in there and try and make it a little bit more movie accurate. So if you're a Lego Harry Potter fan, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We've got a ton of Lego Harry Potter stuff coming up, including this expansion over the coming weeks.